I'm just gonna make some excuses for myself because it makes me feel a little bit better. Hey y'all, my name is Ashley, and today I am going to review my spring empty goals. So I'm gonna go through the products that I wanted to empty or get more use out of during the season of spring and see how badly I failed. So if that sounds good to you, sounds interesting, then keep on watching. Okay, I feel like Memorial Day weekend kind of like defines the end of spring and the beginning of summer. And since it is the end of spring, it's time for me to review this list. And realizing I kind of failed miserably. But new season, new start. I'll try summer empties goals and see if I can do better in the summertime. So I made a video at the beginning of spring. So in that video, I talked about skincare I wanted to empty, makeup I wanted to empty, palettes I wanted to get more use out of, and then just other makeup products I wanted to get more use out of. And I did do some of this, but I feel like I could have done a better job. First thing is the skincare. So one of the products I wanted to empty completely was from OleHenricksen. This is the Cold Plunge Pore Remedy Moisturizer. I didn't empty it, okay? I tried. There is like a small amount left, so I probably will continue to use this. This might be on my summer empties goals. I do want to use up my products, and that includes my skincare because things go bad. So like, why am I hoarding a small amount of moisturizer? Like, I need to use it. So I did not empty this, but I did empty this product, and this, spoiler alert, is the only product I emptied, I think. I have to look. But this is from Glow Recipe. This is the Plump Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Serum. So I completely emptied this product out. So there is no product in here. Like, none at all. And it is a product I enjoy, I love. I also don't just use this product on my face. Sometimes I put it on my hands if my hands are dry, or on my elbows, like my skin needs like more hydration. I've even used a little bit of this after having a razor burn on my legs, and surprisingly enough, it kind of helps with the healing process of razor burn after a shave. So I do like this product. I actually put this on my list because I had a backup of it. So I will just, you know, open up and use that one. But I am thrilled to say I actually emptied a product. Now for makeup, I had a couple primers I wanted to empty. And one of them is from Huda Beauty. This is the Glowish Blur Jam. I did use this quite a bit. I just didn't empty it. And part of the reason I didn't empty it is because I've also spent the month of May trying out a primer. So that way I can show you guys in June what I think, how to use it. It's been a frustrating process, okay? But because I was using that primer, I wanted to use that primer on its own, use it in different ways. So it wasn't my main primer to use. So I still have like that much left, which is still, I mean, it's like a little bit, but it's also a lot of bit at the same time because this product, a little goes a long way. I do want to finish this product. I am going to continue to work on it, but I didn't do it. Same with this next product because I think I completely forgot I put this on my list and I forgot to use it. But it's the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and I really do want to use this product up because there's only a little bit left. And I don't want to throw it away before I use it. Like, I want to accomplish using the product. So I did not use that. I did not empty it. It just sat in my primer drawer because I completely forgot about it. Honestly, what I'm going to do is for the products I want to empty, I'm going to find a container I can put them in so they're on my desk. And I'm like, oh yeah, I need to use that. So I kind of force myself, not force myself, but have the memory to be like, oh yeah, I want to empty that product. Let me use it today. Now this product I did empty. There's like still product in there, but I can't get it out because the way that the component's designed. It's the Power Grip with niacinamide in it. I love this primer. I enjoy this primer. I just have a lot of gripping primers, but I did finish this one out. I would repurchase in the future because I do enjoy it. I find that the Power Grip from E.L.F. is much stickier how do I word this? The E.L.F. Power Grip Primer feels stickier than the Milk makeup one. So there's like days where I'm like, oh, I really want my makeup on. It's hot outside. I want it to last all day. So I'll use the E.L.F. And then there's times where I'm like just going out at night where it's not as hot. And then I use the Milk. Well, obviously now I'm going to be using the Milk a little bit more because I don't have any E.L.F. left. But I did empty that product. So that's 2 products that I managed to empty. This probably has at least 2 more uses out of it. I probably could also scrape the side of the component, but I really wanted to finish the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. It looks like there's a lot in here, but it's practically empty. It's just like products stuck on the side of the walls. I did use this. I wish I used it more because I wanted to empty it. But there is still product in here and I'm ashamed. Now this is a product that I use every single day and I thought I would finish it. I really, really do because like it's my contour palette. I use cream contour every day I do my makeup, but I didn't use it all. It's still in here. But this is the iconic London multi-use sculpting palette. Now I wasn't trying to empty these 3 shades or this shade, but I don't really use the highlighting shades within this palette, but I do use these 2 shades and you can see there's still product in there, but I use it. I really wanted to finish it out, but it looks like that didn't happen. This is also a product that I have been using and I guess I just don't use as much powder as I thought I did because I really thought I could finish it in spring. But after using it all season long, I barely put a dent in this product. But this is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Pound Cake. This is the powder that I was using to set my entire face. But there's quite a bit of product in here. I use this product today. I have used this product almost every time I've done my makeup. And there's still quite a bit in here. So I feel like this was an unrealistic goal and I didn't realize that at the time. I'm just gonna make some excuses for myself because it makes me feel a little bit better. Same with setting sprays. Now, because the month of May I was trying out that primer, I was also not using setting sprays because I feel like if you use a setting spray, sometimes it's kind of cheating because I just want to see what the primer was doing on its own. So I didn't use this past month, but I was using it in April, and it's the iconic London Prep Set Glow. I still have a little bit of product left. So I guess this would have been another unreasonable expectation because I did use the product. It just, apparently not that much comes out. For eyeshadow palettes, I put 3 palettes on my list. And I wasn't trying to pan them, I just wanted to make sure that I used them. And I did. So the first one was from Trixie Cosmetics. This is the Plant Gay. I think this is a beautiful color story for spring and honestly summer. And I really enjoyed playing with the greens and pinks within this palette. I'm not a neutral girly, so I didn't really play with the neutral shades, but I did get used out of the greens and the shimmers and the pinks. I like this palette. Would I buy anything from Trixie Cosmetics in the future? No, but that's a personal thing. But I enjoyed it. Now this palette I did get quite a bit of use out of, especially since like I picked up the mini. But the Dansessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 6 Freedom Palette, I use this quite a bit. I really enjoy it. In fact, the video I'm posting tomorrow, I do use this palette. But this is the Lightwork 6. Now this is the palette where all the shades can move. It's compatible with the new one that just came out. This is a great palette to just, well, not intensify, but elevate any look you do. So I will use the Trixie Cosmetics Plant Gay palette or any other palette I own and then add more sparkle using this palette because it has those sparkle shades, but then it has a beautiful selection of shifty shades. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoy a lot of products from Dansessa Myricks, let's be honest. Now this palette, I did get the least amount of use because I did use it a couple times and then I kind of forgot about it. But this is the Natasha Denona Pastel Palette. I find when I use this palette that I have to use another palette with it. I would try to make a look just using this palette and it just wasn't working for me. Things weren't coming out the way that I personally like for my makeup. But I used it, I think 3 times, maybe 4. I know I used it Easter Sunday. Now the color complexion products. I have blushes and highlighters and a palette that was on this list. And I finally used this product. I had this product unopened in my collection, haven't used it yet. I finally got some use out of it. I do really like it, but it is a multi-use cheek stick from E.L.F. 94. So this is About Face's more affordable makeup line. I found this in Walmart. I think I don't go to Walmart enough to say it's still there. I know you can order it from their website, but I had the blush stick in the shade Bite Back, which is a beautiful, like, coral orange. Honestly, I can see myself using this a lot in the summer, but I really enjoyed it because even though it is pretty pigmented, it blends out really nicely. It plays nice on top of powders and underneath powders, because sometimes I will use blush underneath my powder, then I'll powder my face and I want to add more blush. I could do that with this stick. I really enjoyed it. And a day that I do happen to walk into Walmart, I don't go to Walmart because the Walmart that's near my house is messy. I don't like it, which is why I don't go to Walmart. But if I do happen to go to Walmart and I see one of these, I probably will pick up another shade. This is a powder blush that I wanted to get some use out of. This blush intimidated me. And at the time, I haven't used it yet, just like the AF94, except for the AF94 one didn't intimidate me. And that's because like bright pink blushes scare me. I don't know why, but this blush, like it is bright, okay? Like this is the Melt and Bailey Sarian collaboration. This is in the shade Please. It is not that pigmented. I was so scared that I was gonna have like this baby doll look that I'm not a fan of. But you know how all of those like soft pink blushes, like the Dior one, I don't have the Dior one, so I can't say it's any good. I believe like One Size had like a blush trio that was like that universal pink shade that's flattering on everyone's skin. That's what this is. So like I said, it's not super pigmented. When you put it on, it blends out really nice and just gives you a hint of color. And then you can kind of intensify that color if you wanted to. I surprisingly like this because if I'm wearing a pink blush, it's like a vibrant pink blush. The pink blushes I tend to go for are shades like this, where it's like a sunburnt shade, opposed to like I'm a cold girl shade, which is what I would call this shade. I like this. So I don't know why I was so scared. Probably because it took me out of my comfort zone. So this product is a blush, but I used it as a highlighter. It's super, to me it's too shimmery for a blush, but it is another Melt product. But this one is an older product, and unfortunately you cannot get this anymore. But it is the Melt Digital Dust Blush Duo in the shade Buzzkill. So it's a duo blush. So I believe this is the shade Buzz, and then this is the shade Kill. This was a beautiful blush topper. I actually would pair, where's that Bailey Sarian one gone? So I was using the shade Please. And then once I finished my makeup and I wanted a little bit more of a highlight or a shimmer, because I don't always wear highlights. Like I don't have highlighter on today. I don't know why. I love highlighter, but sometimes I just don't want to wear it. But I like a glowy blush. So I would use the shade Please, and then I would top it with the shade Buzz. But then I really enjoy using the shade Kill as like an inner corner highlight. I'm really glad I pulled this back out because I forgot how much I do like these. I do have all three of them. And I definitely, like, this was a great experience to make these goals for myself because I used what was in my collection no matter how old it was. Now this product is a product I forgot I put on this list. But I know like once I made the list, I used it a couple times in the beginning and then I forgot. This is a highlighter. This is from this was from Jacqueline Cosmetics. It is the Reflective Light Putty Highlighter in the shade Iced. So I have this shade in different formulas from Jacqueline Cosmetics. I really do like this shade. It's like a champagne, it is a champagne gold. It's not like one, but it reminds me of the Amrezy highlight, which is probably why I have that shade in so many different formulas. I want to use this in the summer because I feel like in the summer I like to glow a little bit more. I'll use highlighters more often in the summer because I'll also use it on my body. This would work really nicely on the body, so I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not using it because it is beautiful. Like it has a gorgeous shine, but it is an intense shine. And springtime to me was like an inner glow, you know? This last product I did not use at all because I forgot. I completely fucking forgot. And this product is from Patrick Ta, but it is a face palette, and it's the Major Headlines Blush Palette Volume 2. It says it's a blush palette. There's a shade in here that is not a blush. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but I was like, what is that noise? Like, it sounded like someone was like in my house or like trying to get into my house. It's not like, I don't foresee that happening. So it sounded like that, but I knew that's not what it was. Like, I thought, oh, maybe Keegan's home. No, I just watched a hawk attack a bird and kill it because like this room is on the corner of my house. So I looked up, there's feathers coming down my window, and like the gutter's right there. I could see it, and a big ass hawk with a bird in its mouth. That's not what I wanted to see today, but that's what that noise was. Because I'm too curious, I had to find out what it was. Great, it ruined my day. This blush palette, to me, these aren't all blushes, and these are very like pastel blushes, which is why it was on this list, because this is also my least favorite Patrick Ta face palette that I own, because unfortunately or fortunately, I do own all of them. So you've got the pinks and like a peachy coral shade, and then this is not a blush, this is a highlight to me. But you got your cream and then the powder, but the problem is I completely forgot about this one. And I've used it in the past, and I just didn't use it in spring. Like, it just didn't register to me that I put it on this spring empties list. So that was, I would say, what I did or what I used in the spring. Like, I don't even know how to say this. I failed. Like, I feel like I failed because there was so much I wish I did, and I just didn't do it because my forgetfulness came into play. But I'm gonna try this again for the summer. So that video should be up next week. And hopefully I can find a method where I'm like, oh yeah, use this product. So if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. And until next time, bye y'all. Because I do want to use up